First of all, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to express the importance of libraries as well as the importance of staffing those libraries with trained librarians. I'm sure you've heard the title of Library Media Specialist or perhaps Teacher Librarian and wondered what this title was all about. I know when I first heard the new librarian titles, I was a little perplexed also. However, when I learned about the difference between a traditional librarian and a library media specialist or teacher librarian, it all became clear. To put it simply, a media specialist is somebody who is specifically trained on how to navigate the many different facets of technology. The library media specialist is trained on how to not only understand those different aspects of technology, but also how to implement media into the school curriculum while connecting learning to library research skills. For example, we know that students are using social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter to network and keep in touch with others who are of like mind. But those same people are also sharing news stories, information about businesses, and yes, sometimes they are even exchanging information about homework. Really, students are already using social media to collaborate on assignments. Unfortunately, when they are not researching, they may extend those skills and unintentionally download material illegally or plagiarize without giving proper attributions to authors and artists. Most of the time, these students do not realize they are doing anything improper. This is because they may not understand how to differentiate between copyright violations and educational fair use. Yes, many classroom teachers are doing a wonderful job of explaining how to properly obtain information from different sources, such as the internet. But every teacher needs a safety net, somebody who can back them up and help students understand how to properly cite materials and when materials can be used for learning and when those materials cannot be arbitrarily used for personal use. Teachers and students need the school librarian because they have been trained to follow and understand the changes occurring in this information age. You see, we're not just part of the support staff. We are teachers too. Hence the title, Teacher Librarian. As a librarian and an educational professional, we have received the specialized training necessary to understand not only the difference between copyright violations and fair use in the classroom, but we have also been trained on how to help students and classroom teachers use the different social media sites in such a way that it supports learning. In other words, we know how to turn Facebook and Twitter from a plaything into a learning tool, which can be interwoven with an individualized lesson that can teach life skills. And we could do this because we are more than just librarians. To say that we are the purveyors of books and information would be like only viewing the tip of an iceberg and thinking that there was nothing more to see. School librarians understand how to connect the virtual and physical communities to student learning. As the educational system transitions from being a passive environment into an active place where students are expected to be engaged with each other as well as the world, the librarian can play an important part in providing the means for students to connect with professionals around the world. Now, you might be thinking that a classroom teacher could do the same thing, let's say helping students Skype with their congressperson. However, that teacher will only impact a small group of students. The school librarian can connect several classrooms or perhaps the entire school. No longer is the school librarian the person who sits in a warehouse of books. Instead, this professional is now the school's leading consultant of technology and the link to helping teachers make lessons relevant to real life. The school librarian can even help schools raise test scores. For example, there is a Colorado study which showed having a trained school librarian can improve student learning by 10.6%. This is because we collaborate with teachers, support student learning, and communicate with administrators about the educational needs of an entire student body. We are constantly on the lookout for new ways of connecting what is happening in the world of technology and business to what the students need to know in order to succeed outside the school building. And we can do this because we are more than just librarians. We are teacher librarians who specialize in technology, information, and education. In essence, we teach students to think big while helping them become information users and producers. And we do this while connecting students to their communities. Thank you for your time today.